is the first time I'm visiting this beautiful capital in Central Europe, I am taking you with me to give you my first impressions about Budapest. Therefore, we are going to stroll around the city and I'm going to tell you everything I noticed and the things that you should know before coming here. Let's go! It is a Saturday morning and I feel like it's super quiet on the street. So I am admiring the buildings over here. My guess is that we are in a quite central point. So I will leave it to you on the map here, but I will not recommend you our accommodation here. I think this area is very good and a lot of Airbnbs are in here. It is pretty clean, pretty beautiful as buildings. It resembles a lot with Romania, but it's so quiet. It's a weekend morning. So little people on the street. It's already autumn and you can start feeling that it's getting cold outside. And I wanted to show you this place. We really want to try Kürtős here and this is one of the reasons we came here. We also have it in Romania, but we know that it's originally from Hungary. So in today's episode, we are also going to search for the best place where we can try Kürtős. So it's only 10 minutes since we're walking and we already love it. Look at these buildings in the back, how beautiful they look like. Oh my god, so beautiful. We also walked a little bit here by night and I wanted to tell you that this place is so walkable and we didn't feel endangered in any way yesterday. There are so many cafes and restaurants and also there are so many bars because yesterday we saw so many bars in here which were open. It was pretty late when we arrived at our accommodation. And look at the street, it's so beautiful. Such a nice thing that we found, right?
Yes, we found a luggage store where you can keep
Over
your
there.
bag for €1.
Yeah, one bag
per hour.
per hour.
Only
yeah.
€1. And at the same time, you can send your luggage to the
the
airport,
airport, yeah.
for 25-29 euros.
Yeah.
And that is very nice
That's
thing.
nice, that's nice. There's the place.
Leave the location.
Yeah, I will try if I find it. It's really cold. I got a new coat. I stole it from Elias because he borrowed it to me. I don't want to be sick tomorrow.
Yeah. How many degrees they are, I think?
10,
Between
10,
5
10,
and 10.
10, yeah.
Guys, let's go. I need a coffee.
Oh, there's a bit crowded in here. So I wanted to show you the bus station, which is right there in the back. And I wanted to show you the panel that they have, the digital panel that they have, and they are announcing, look, the bus number 178 came and it's noted right there on the top. So you know how many minutes you should wait. I think this is really interesting and useful. So how to get around Budapest? First of all, what we noticed is the fact that the city is really walkable. So you can easily walk around. It's so easy to get around and to follow your Google Maps. So if you have a SIM or an eSIM, you can easily use your Wi-Fi, or you can also download the offline map. The issue is that the offline map will only work for driving, so for cars, but you can see the way approximately. So this is one thing. And the second thing is that you can also take the bus or you can take the subway. So it's pretty easy to get around it. Let's take a short break because I need to tell you something super important. So I want to take this moment to thank our subscriber for its super thing that we received. Thank you all of you for your likes, for your comments, for subscribing to our YouTube channel. This means the world to us because this is how we continue traveling. This is how we find the best places that we can recommend you. This is how we find the best tips and tricks that we can give you. And this is how we can inspire you to do the same, to follow your dreams and to travel the world. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to the story. Just in front of the Grand Basilica, we found the perfect place, which is this bar, 9 bar. Let's go inside and let's see together. And because this is our first impressions video vlog, I'm going to take you live with me. So we're going to enter inside. Smells so good. Hello. This place is super cozy and the atmosphere is super vibey. So we got here a caramel tart, latte over here, which has a super nice model on it, and a cappuccino, which brought us to the total price of almost $10. Let's talk a bit about the people and how I felt walking around the city. So I didn't have many interactions with people, and as far as I can see, there are so many foreigners in here. I can hear all the languages we speak in Europe, and I can also see Asians. So I think that here a lot of people from Asia are visiting, more than we have in Romania. But even if I didn't have many interactions with the locals, I still had a few of them when I went to the coffee place, to the restaurant, to the accommodation, and so far they seem very welcoming and they speak really good English, which is amazing. Have you ever tried Kürtős before?
Never.
Never.
It
Oh,
will
we have
be,
to go.
I think the first time. But this type of Kürtős is made by here in Hungary.
Hungary, yeah,
Yeah,
traditional
Let's stay
dish.
at
There's a big queue over here, and it smells so good. It's like a small shop, and we got it. Look at it! It's smoking hot. We got chocolate
in
and
the end, yes,
coconut.
we got chocolate and coconut.
Coconut.
Let's try it.
Ooh,
You can
let's
try
try.
it
Yeah,
first.
I will break it a little bit. So it's a sweet dessert. So good. A bit crunchy.
Very good, very
Yeah,
tasty.
so good. Come here. See the queue?
It was 800, almost 2 euros.
Later update about our impression regarding the Kürtős we had is super well balanced. You don't really have a glucose spike after eating it. So it's like, it's sweet, but it's not that sweet. For example, we got one, we split it in half, and it was like perfect for everybody. And what I also saw, there are so many souvenir shops all around the city. Let's talk a bit about the prices and if it is affordable to come or not to Hungary. First of all, if you are in Europe and you're traveling around Europe, you should know that coming to Hungary is super affordable. Why? Because you can come here with a low-cost company for a super cheap price, because Wizz Air has its headquarters here in Budapest. And this is great because you can always come here for a weekend or for a city break if you want to. This is what we are doing right now. And in the same time, it is a bit more touristic than Romania. Oh my God, this looks so good. They are having a lot of kebab here. Speaking of kebab, the prices are pretty affordable when it comes to food, and more affordable when it comes to beverages, I would say, because you can drink a coffee with $2.50, $3 in here, and you can have a meal for $8, $10, let's say like this, in a fancy restaurant. Of course, you can have cheaper options, but if you want to come here for a vacation, then you will search for a good place where you can have the best meal. What about the accommodation? Is it expensive or not?
So for the accommodation, you will pay around $100
Per night.
One night, yeah. In a
Good area. So I would say that the accommodation here is a bit more expensive than the one in Bucharest, and it's nice to come to stay in a good area, but keep in mind that I would say it's a bit expensive. Ooh, I love this road over there and the buildings, yeah. So we were just crossing the street and we were saying, oh, those buildings look so nice. And I would say well maintained. It gives like Paris vibes. What I do love about Budapest is the architecture. So everywhere we walked around today, the buildings are so well maintained, and every building has something in particular which makes it so special. And it's very, I would say, distinctive, because in Romania we don't have, or in Bucharest at least, because I can compare it with another capital of Europe. The buildings are not having the same style and are like in a more modern style, I would say, or more communist style. But here the buildings are so beautiful all over the place. Last but not least, I think it's important to discuss a little bit of the transportation from the airport to the city, how affordable, and how easy it is. So as you land at the airport here in Budapest, actually outside the city but close to the city, you'll have two options. You can either take the bus, is the bus number E100, or you can take a taxi. You can take a taxi. There's a special line for taking the taxi, or you can order a Bolt. We tried with Uber, but we couldn't find the application, so my guess is that they're not here, they're not using Uber application. So you can order a Bolt, but it will be more expensive than taking the public transportation, which is super easy to take. So you can take the ticket as you exit the airport. You can buy the ticket from a machine, and the ticket is almost €5 around this price, and it brings you to 3 locations in the center of the city. This is a bus, like a normal bus. If you don't hurry, you don't have a place where you can sit down. In the same time, you can also buy from the airport a card to use it for the public transportation around the city. But I would say the city is really walkable. So if you don't really need to take the public transportation, I suggest you to walk as much as possible. And in the same time, this store from where you can take this card from the public transportation is closed at 10 p.m. I guess it was later than 10 p.m. when we arrived, so you might not find it open. Guys, you will not believe what I have behind me. So this is one of the most famous cafes and restaurants in the world, not only in Europe. This is New York Cafe here right next to Anantara Hotel. So I was thinking this is a palace, but look at it. Oh my God, this is actually a hotel. And that is a coffee place and a restaurant. And look at the queue. This is insane. Look at the queue. So I heard that a lot of people are making a reservation with 1 month before. We also made a reservation for this place 10 days prior to coming here, and we only found an available spot late at night. So at 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. they had availability for us. We made a reservation, but I don't know if we should come because I feel like everybody's going there, and this is already very famous and new, and maybe overrated. I don't know. I don't know what to say. What is your opinion about this coffee place and the restaurant? Have you visited it yet? Have you seen it? Well, I've seen it all over social media. I wanted to discover something else, some other places which are worth mentioning and visiting, but I'm not saying this one is not worth it. Let me know what you think about the place. If you've seen it, if you've visited it, how is it like? Before ending this YouTube video, I really have to tell you and show you more about our accommodation here because it's crazy. The way it looks is crazy, and I want to show it to you. So basically, this is the entrance. We have a key and we have a door with a locker, which is very complicated, and this is the elevator. This is crazy, the craziest elevator I've ever seen. And I remember because it has hearts. It looks terrible on the outside, but on the inside it's pretty new. I think they renewed it, and this is not the original how it looks like. I remember we saw like this in Vietnam, and we also have it in old communist buildings in Bucharest. And let's go inside. I will show you. We are on the first floor. I will show you how it looks like. I have to wait for it. And what is interesting about it is that it has first floor, second floor, and it has the floor, first half floor. Like, come on. Yeah, it's here. Look, on the inside, it looks super nice. Super nice. Okay, come. So we are on the first floor, and look how many keys we have. So all these keys are for securing that we are safe. This is crazy. But I do like, that's why I want to show it to you. I do like how the interior place looks like in here, because it's pretty interesting. It's like, it reminds me a little bit of Damascus, except for the fact that it's really tall and it's not that well maintained. And this is crazy. So we have this kind of door, which is not good news for us. And then we have another door, and inside we have another door. So 4 doors, including the one from the entrance. Oh my God. And the day ends beautifully with a Snickers croissant of $6. €6, $6 around, 205,000. At Vaj, which is a bakery we walked across and we saw it and we wanted to check it out. Thank you so much for watching today's YouTube video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more adventures in the world and in Europe for the next period. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to turn on the notifications button because you want to stay connected. This week, I will be back with a new YouTube from Budapest, and I will tell you the best things you can do in 24 hours in this beautiful city. See you next time.